Good evening and welcome to St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Overland Park. Tonight's Hy-Vee High School game of the week. It's the Class 5A state semifinal for the East Division as number 8 Mill Valley takes on number 1 and undefeated St. Thomas Aquinas. Hi everybody, Kevin Wyke and Therese Paler from Yahoo Sports. Welcome to the Hy-Vee High School game of the week here on Spectrum Sports. Well, it's a given. These are two of the dominating teams in Class 5A. They've won 3 of the last 4 state championships, but we have a reference point. Week 4, these teams met. It was a very close game. St. Thomas Aquinas won 28-21.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. I had a chance to visit with both coaches before this game, and please know it was a teaching point what happened in that previous matchup. For Mill Valley, no turnovers tonight. They killed them in the last game. They had 5. And let's just say Joel Appleby, not very happy about that. And then Aquinas, Coach Randy Dreiling, they won the game, which is great, but penalties, mistakes, right? He wasn't happy with those. They're going to look to clean those up tonight.
Time now for the Hy-Vee player profile and running backs in the spotlight, and we'll start with Tyler Green of Mill Valley.
Yeah, Green is a fantastic running back. Mill Valley wants to run the football. It's going to run through him. He's a player that Appleby described as a Tim Tebow-like figure within the program. He's also a really smart kid. Ivy League schools are looking at him, so yeah, I have a feeling he's going to touch the ball a lot tonight.
And for the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas, it's Tank Young.
Tank Young, absolute stud. He's somebody that's going to be in the running for the Simone Award as the best player in the city. He's a great back, difficult to tackle, and he's also a player capable of carrying the mail despite being a junior and despite being 5'7". In one game this year, he carried the ball 54 times. We know what Aquinas wants to do. They want to run the football, and that process starts with Tank Young.
Mill Valley and St. Thomas Aquinas, the winner goes to the state championship game next week. It's the Hy-Vee High School game of the week, and we're back with the opening kickoff right after this. Tonight's game brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Chilly Friday night, temperatures in the mid-30s as we go down on the field for the opening coin toss with your referee, Mike Harmon.
Now those are tails, that's a heads. But as you call before I throw it up, okay, we're going to see what he said, all ready? What's going to be your call? Tails. What do you call? You're going to call tails. Here we go. These are tails. Before the second half, you're going to want the ball, correct? Which goal do you want to defend and kick from? Kick to the clock. Okay, put your backs down there, Mill Valley. Put your backs down there, take out the point. All right, guys.
Mill Valley winning the opening coin toss, deferred their option to the second half, so we'll see St. Thomas Aquinas on offense first. And Therese, they average 46 points per game. They've won 22 in a row. They're 10-0 this year. They're the defending state champions, and they're at home tonight.
Yeah, that's right. This is a football team that wants to play old school, okay? They're going to run the ball. They're going to go triple option, flex bone 80% of the time. And they're going to line up and impose their will on you. So it's important that Mill Valley, which is ready for that, they've seen this team a lot over the last 5 years, show up, especially on that side of the ball. This is a defense that Joel Appleby's been happy with. They're going to have to match the physicality that Randy Dreiling teams always play with.
And there is Joel Appleby. He's in that mass of humanity. As he's in his 10th year, he's won 2 state titles in 15 and 16. His team has won 7 in a row. They're the 4th seed. And there's Randy Dreiling, the legend at St. Thomas Aquinas, 8 state titles, including last year in his 30th year overall, 6th year with the Saints.
Yeah, the last time these two teams met, Aquinas did escape with a 7-point win, but the fact that the score was so close when Mill Valley turned the ball over so many times is something that Dreiling's used as a teaching point this week. They have got to clean up the mistakes and penalties they had in that first game, because Mill Valley could have won that game, and that's something he's made clear to his players.
Let's give a shout out to the Mill Valley visiting crowd. They have got that bleacher full, and they are making a lot of noise on the other side. Tank Young deep back, and Chris Tennant blows this one off the crossbar, and that is a touchback.
You think he's fired up, Kev?
Yeah.
I think he's ready to play some football.
He's an excellent kicker for Mill Valley. Big guy, too. I mean, Chris Tennant is 6'4", almost 200 pounds, a junior.
Oh, man.
So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for St. Thomas Aquinas. If you're not familiar, they run the flex bone. If you watch the service academies in action, this is a run-dominated team. They'll run it about 80% of the time. Their quarterback is Blake Anderson, headed to Nebraska to play college baseball. And running play, breaking to the outside is there's Farr, and there goes Tank Young.
Juice.
And Tank Young gets a block and down the sideline.
Juice Young!
And the young man just took it 80 yards for 6 for the Saints.
You don't earn a nickname like Tank unless you can back it up. Not surprised he got the ball to start the game. Very important for Mill Valley to wrap up because he's so elusive and so strong. He is a player that Dreiling said rises to the occasion in big games because he's a football guy, and you just saw an example of that right there.
14 seconds in, and number 14 will drive through the extra point. That is Charlie Weinrich. Well, it's the state semifinals, and the stars come to play, and this guy is one of the biggest stars in Kansas City. That is junior running back Tank Young.
You know, it's very important when you're dealing with the flex bone. You got to tackle. You got to tackle. The first guy's got to hold him up and bring him down. And I know that's easier said than with Young because he's so elusive and so fast and so strong. But they've got to swarm this ball. They've got to get bodies around this ball carrier, or he's going to do this all night. So, you know, that's a wake-up call for Mill Valley. You know, it's a cold night. Aquinas is at home. You know, you got to step up now. And you got to, you know what? Even more important, Kev, you got to answer. You got to answer here. You can run the ball, too. So I think it's about time that we see Tyler Green.
All day, baby. All fucking day, baby.
Now you look at Joel Appleby in his 10th year. 4 conference titles, 2 state titles in 2015 and 2016. And like Therese said, he's got to keep his team's daubers up. Can't get down early after giving up that 80-yard strike by Tank Young.
And you know, the emotional part of the game really matters in a setting like this. It's a great crowd. You can see Tyler Green wants the football.
They're going to kick it short and let one of their up men take it. And that's Colton Jagan, and he is hit hard as he crosses the 30-yard line. Tommy Carroll, the tight end, coming down with a great special team stop for the Saints.
Tommy Carroll unloading. Listen, like I said, it's cold. Aquinas has the momentum. It's a big game. It's a good crowd. People are even lining the streets. You want to see the best players get the football. And that starts with number 7, Cooper Marsh.
There's his numbers. Now remember, look at the bottom line there is he's got over 600 yards. So he is a dual threat quarterback. Interceptions a little too high. He threw 3 the last time these teams met. The lefty going to fire on first down, finds Tyler Green. Can't break out as he's across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 3.
One thing Mill Valley has going for it, though, Marsh, you're right. Too many interceptions in that last game, but he's done a better job taking care of the football over the last half of the season. So they're going to need him to be on point tonight.
He also threw 3 touchdown passes in that game, but they lost 28-21. As here's Green, and he meets the young freshman, Seau Siavi. This guy putting up huge numbers.
9 sacks for the freshman.
Time now for your starting lineup, brought to you by Concord Career College. You can start your healthcare career in months, not years. To find out more, visit concord.edu. The guys on offense. Righteous, their top wide receiver. Tyler Green, their leading rusher. And their offensive line is pretty experienced. This pass too tall and incomplete. Gordon Harris had the coverage on Zach Mills.
Well, Harris is a player that Aquinas, because Randy Dryling is very high on. It's not unusual to see him follow a good player on the other team. You saw the coverage was right there.
With Dryling waving his guys off the field, it looked like they might go for it on 4th down, and still 4. But now the punting unit has come out.
Deep. And there's that man again, Tank Young.
Chris Tennant also is their punter and just barely got this one away. Tank Young going to let this one hit. And it'll trickle down near the 25-yard line, just inside and down to the 20-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10. But Tank Young, this guy's a junior. Iowa State has already offered him. I feel like more offers are on the way. As you take a look at Blake Anderson, the baseball standout, headed to Nebraska as an infielder.
Now, he doesn't throw much, but when he does throw, he's effective. You see that 85 attempts for 17 touchdowns. And these aren't dink and dunk passes. These are deep balls. So they will entrust it to him to throw it up top when it's called for.
And he's going to throw deep
like
as
that.
A man open. Oh, over the head of Isaiah Gavin, as he had beaten the coverage of Cole Clotter for Mill Valley.
Now, this is what makes Aquinas' offense so dangerous. The threat of the run, you see the play action to Tank Young, and because you have to honor the run with Aquinas so much, you've got downfield shots, and Aquinas will make you pay for not being sound on the back end because you're peeking into the backfield trying to stop the run.
2nd down and 10. Pitch it out. And there's Tank Young. Or check that. That is Finn Barnett, I beg your pardon.
Well, he's pretty good, too.
Yeah, he is one of their slots. As we take a look at your Saints starting lineup, brought to you by Concord Career College. Guys up front on the right side, Brown and Mazingo. And Carroll, the very good tight end. See McCormick, Barnett, we just ran it, and Downing, those guys that line up at the edge of the tackles. And 3rd down and short, and this is going to be close depending on the spot as we get a flag down as well.
Tank Young dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Tank Young was stuffed on the play.
Doing a flag on the play.
Penalty going to be the important thing on this play. I'll say a side note on the official tonight. Mike Harmon is retiring after this game after 37 years. So we thank him for his service. He's going to continue to do basketball, and he's going to move to the Sunshine State down to Florida. And we wish him all the best. Chop block is the call, Therese. Let's see if we can see where this occurred.
Might be right there on 61, maybe? Chop block executed on 61 and White. Regardless, this is a big break here for Mill Valley. They need this. I've seen too many big games where things go poorly early and they just continue to snowball. So this is a big down right here.
Now it's 3rd down and 15. And they give it off to Barnett. And Finn Barnett breaking free. And he's tackled near midfield. What a run by Barnett. Nearly 35 yards and a 1st down on 3rd down and long. This guy's explosive.
He is explosive. And look, from a football standpoint, it's hard to imagine a better start for Aquinas because they've established the threat of Tank Young. They've established the threat of Barnett. And they've also established the threat of Gavin. So now it's pick your poison if you're Mill Valley.
37 officially on the run by Barnett as they keep it on the ground. And one of their bread and butter.
Yeah.
Tank Young grinding out yardage as we continue with the defensive starters. And the guys up front. Kramer having a big year.
Kramer's a good football player. somebody they're going to depend on to be disruptive tonight.
And Jagan leads them in tackles. Potter, they say, is their top corner as they pitch it out. Not much running room for Downing. He's able to break free. Clotter got him on the corner, and still going to leave him a third down and about 4 or 5 yards. Of course, they started the game with an 80-yard touchdown run. These are those wings they pitch out to.
Yep. And when you're defending this, the key defensively is that you better tackle the dive man first. You better handle that, and then you got to swarm the football on the pitch and tackle. It's easier said than done, but it's sound football that's required on the defensive side of the ball.
Timeout, St. Thomas Aquinas. Dustin Delaney is their offensive play caller, coordinator.
This is a really big down for Mill Valley right now. I mean, you got to get a stop. Again, I covered high schools for a long time before I moved on to cover colleges and the Chiefs at the Star. And, I've seen a lot of big football games that can get out of hand when you don't get like some breaks or some stops early. So Aquinas is obviously very talented. They're undefeated for a reason, but Mill Valley also knows, hey, we can hang with these guys. Like, they almost won despite turning the ball over so many times the last time they met. So it's important that they respond to the early body blows they've taken, like right now.
Mill Valley's defensive coordinator in his 9th year is Drew Hudgens. He just talked to his guys. And Therese mentioned big down and distance, 3rd down and 5. Tank Young. Jagan brings him down about a yard shy of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and about a yard. I would be shocked if they go for it here.
Yeah, and that's one of the benefits to running the flex bone offense. You have a good opportunity to get 4th and short, 3rd and short, these type of things, because it's such a difficult offense to stop, because you got to honor so many different parts of the play. So of course they're going to go for it, because you can't be good at this and not believe you can get a yard or 2 when you really need it.
Toss it out to Tank Young. Tank turns it up the field, and wow, it's going to be close. Looks like he's gotten it, but as there's Jagan again on the stop. If you're thinking, didn't I hear about a Jagan that used to play there? Yeah, Christian Jagan, his older brother, now at Northern Iowa as a safety.
Well, Christian was a heck of a player. Well, let me tell you, Colton's good too now, okay? Colton has made his mark on this football team as an impact player.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for the flex bone offense. And nothing doing there. Looked like Knappen got him. Cole Knappen, the defensive end, the junior, making the stop.
A little bit of penetration right there, flowing to the football, and if you're Joel Appleby, that's what you want to see. These white jerseys swarming this dive man and start swarming the football and wrapping up too. Feels like maybe Mill Valley's starting to settle into the physicality of this game.
2nd down and 10. Early movement by the Saints prior to the snap. Mill Valley defense held Tank Young to 104 yards, which is a low number.
That's a heck of an effort now.
On 20 carries, 2 TDs. He had a long run of 30. He's already had a long run of 80 tonight. So, but they did keep him held down as far as Tank's numbers. I mean, it's a guy that's had 8 100-yard plus games this year, and 1,700 yards and 30 touchdowns. You mentioned he's going to be up for the Simone more than likely. One of the top running backs in the city. Anderson to throw, going down the wheel route to Tank Young down the sidelines again. We've already seen this once. We'll see it twice. Tank Young scoring again. This one 43 yards.
Juice Young, he's such a difficult matchup. And Aquinas just does so much to stress you defensively. You got to honor the dive man. You got to honor the pitch man. You got to honor the play action. You got to honor the fly motion guy. And then sometimes they'll just run general concepts at you, which include Young running a wheel route out of the backfield. Good luck.
Low snap, placed down, and Weinrich 2 for 2 on PATs. Tank Young 2 for 2 on touchdowns. One 80 yards rushing, the other 43 yards receiving.
And we're going to get an opportunity to see what Iowa State, which is run by a very good coach, and Matt Campbell, has offered Tank Young. Just look at the juice. Speed down the sideline, secure hands, tracked it the whole way. Really, really nice schemed up pass to isolate Tank Young on a linebacker. And look, Tank's going to be a D1 player, okay? Iowa State's coach, Matt Campbell, knows what he's doing. He's a very good coach with an eye for talent. He's already offered him, despite him being 5'7", 175 pounds. That's a really good indication of the talent that's here. And I'm actually not surprised that he's making an early impact. When I was talking to Randy Dryland this week, he said, this guy's a gamer. In fact, before the state championship game last year, he asked him if he was ready to play. He said, Coach, I got to get 2,000. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I only need 300 more yards. Well, guess what? He finished that game with 320 yards, and he got to 2,000.
Got that number as Kendrick Jones on the return, and he is hit down hard again. That's Tommy Carroll, the tight end, also involved in the stop for the Saints. Coming down on special teams work was Mike McNamara, who's also their Mike linebacker, as we had a flag down here.
Let me tell you something. The Carroll brothers are hit you now.
Flag is on the Mill Valley special teams as McNamara able to make the stop there. Unsafe play there as Cooper Marsh and the offense back out, but they're going to be backed up with the penalty. They need to get something going inside their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Quarterback going to run it here, and this is what Coach Dryling was worried about. Cooper Marsh running the football, as he'll get a gain of about 4 yards. This guy's rushing for almost 5 yards per carry. And he's got over 600 yards rushing on the year. 3 100-yard rushing games does Cooper Marsh, the junior, also a baseball player, pitcher, and outfielder. And they think he'll play college baseball during his college days. 2nd down and 6. And the quarterback with some nice running room.
Marsh keeps again. Once again tackled by Brooks.
And he'll run for a 1st down for Mill Valley.
Yeah, it's going to be important tonight for Marsh to make Aquinas kind of feel him running the ball. They're going to have to honor that. They're going to have to make them honor that because there's no doubt Tyler Green, the running back number 21, is a good football player, and he's somebody Aquinas would like to take away.
There's Tyler Green, transfer from Lansing, 2 years at Mill Valley. Therese mentioned he's a very good student, one of the top students in his class, and wants to be a doctor someday. He wants to go pre-med.
Chance he goes to the Ivy League, man.
Wish him all the best.
Smart kid. He's picking the right path if that's what he wants to do.
Also runs track and wrestles. He got 4 on that last carry. 2nd down and 6 for Mill Valley. Here's Green to the edge. Across the 35, before he's wrestled out of bounds. Be about a yard shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, Aquinas is hitting tonight, so you can just hear it. There have been a few nice licks here.
Bobby Pierce and Dana Brooks. Brooks only a sophomore, but having an excellent sophomore year. Leads the team with 3 interceptions.
This is a big down here from Mill Valley.
Quarterback going to keep it. And looks to have the first down is Cooper Marsh.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The freshman, Siavi, caught my eye screaming off the edge. He almost made that play.
Yeah, Siavi, he's really a special player.
It's a really good play. He's just a freshman.
9th grader, yep.
There's seniors that don't make that play.
Leads the team in sacks and tackles for a loss. Young man, a lot of upside. Number 98 in blue for St. Thomas Aquinas. 1st and 10 for Mill Valley. Down by 2 touchdowns. The left-hander going to throw it. Now he's going to take off and, say hello to Mike McNamara, well, they call a hawk linebacker, but he's kind of their Mike linebacker.
Yeah, Mac will hit you a little bit. Yeah.
Also involved was Jalen Marshall, number 54. He made the first contact.
I like the physicality that Aquinas is playing with early.
After the sack, it'll be 2nd down and 12. Jaguars 8-3 on the year. Quick pass, low and incomplete, as they were looking for the tight end Napoli in the flat.
I want to see Mill Valley start stressing the pass a little bit more. I think we're getting a sense that Aquinas is keen in on that run game. Like, they know Mill Valley, they respect the run game. But Mill Valley is capable of throwing. Like, they don't want to, I mean, they can do it. They obviously prioritize running the ball, but they can do it. But I just feel like if they can connect on some things in the passing game, that's going to open up the things they want to do running. Because Aquinas' #1 priority under Randy Dryling always is stop the run.
Marsh got outside the pocket and threw it away as Siavi was all on him there.
There's that man again, Siavi.
There is a flag down. Is this a grounding situation? Quarterback was in deep trouble and he's got rid of it.
Siavi's making an impact early.
Intentional grounding, that's a loss of down penalty.
You know, when I was talking to Coach Dryling earlier this week, he said when Siavi first broke into the lineup, he seemed a little overwhelmed. But that obviously hasn't lasted long. 9 sacks, some early impact plays. The stage of this game has not impacted the freshman who is making an impact on this game early.
Well, punting unit out on 4th down and 29. Once again, that's a loss of down penalties. So Tank Young will let this punt hit.
It's a good punt.
That is a good punt. It'll be 45 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be the Saints football here late in the first quarter, and they've got off to the fast start at home, courtesy of their superstar Tank Young, a rushing and receiving touchdown here in the first quarter. From the 35, 1st and 10 for Anderson and the Flexbone Saints offense. Quarterback going to keep this one, and he'll take a loss. A lot of white jerseys in the backfield on Blake Anderson. Colton Jagan leading the way, number 10.
Really good downhill aggression from Mill Valley on that play. They're going to need more of that.
4-2-5 defense, giving up 14 points per game. This defense. So they've done a good job. Anderson to throw on 2nd down and 13. Has his man over the shoulder with the catch is Isaiah Gavin. And he's taken down inside the 15-yard line by Blake Martin.
And that's the problem with what Aquinas does. You get so caught up on stopping the run and attacking downhill. Like, they hit you with that play action, and Blake Anderson the quarterback's done a great job this year of hitting teams on the big plays that the run game provides. And you obviously see Gavin's 6'5", 165. He's a playmaker.
54 yards. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10. And this running play is stuffed near the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there. As making the stop was the guy you like, Ethan Kramer's had a big year, the junior on the defensive line from Mill Valley.
Yeah, they need that from Kramer. He's a player they're depending on to make an impact tonight. 3-tech nose, state champion wrestler. My kind of kid.
First team All-EKL football player on the offensive line and defensive line. And now flags prior to the snap. And this will be a penalty on St. Thomas Aquinas. Saints have won 22 in a row. Had no problem with Blue Valley Southwest in their last game. They're the number 2 seed. And you're saying, well, how the defending state champs are the number 2 seed? They had a bye on October the 25th, so they didn't play as many games as everybody else. So State Association dropped them down to a 2 seed. It's made no difference at all. 14-0 at the end of one in the 5A state semifinals East Division game. It's the home team on top. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Spectrum Sports. Kevin Wyke and Therese Paylor on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, and our entire Spectrum Sports broadcasting crew out in the elements tonight doing a great job on a chilly November night in the low 30s as we begin play in the second quarter. And it'll be a pass to start the quarter, and just missing Tom Downing on the post pattern there and couldn't connect.
Well, one thing you're going to want to pay attention to in this game early, I'll tell you that. We mentioned Ethan Kramer before the break, number 61 from Mill Valley. Very good football player. He's disruptive, big wrestler, all that. Keep an eye on where they line him up, because the best side of Aquinas' offensive line is the right side, with Carroll the center, Mazingo, the 317-pound guard, and Brown, the right tackle. So look to see where they line him up, because if they can take away that right side, they got a chance to slow down that tackle a little bit.
On 3rd down and long, Anderson gonna flip a pass, and it's gonna be intercepted inside the 5-yard line by Colton Jagan.
Your guy.
Well, Jagan, he is a special player. He got burned on the wheel route, but makes up for it with a nice interception there and denying some points for the Saints.
Now listen, Randy Dryland's a great football coach. The intensity is what helps him get the best out of his kids. I promise you, in the film session, provided they win after this game, he will be pointing out the large swath of field turf in front of the quarterback, Blake Anderson, right there. He could have run there. But I get he's trying to make a play. If you're a quarterback, you want to throw the football. Like, that's what you do. That's how you win over your teammates. I get it. I get that.
He was targeting Tank Young.
And look, getting the ball to Young's never a bad thing. You want to get the ball to that kid.
Well, they'll take over at the 3-yard line, 1st and 10. First turnover of the game by the Saints. And a pre-snap penalty flag is down. Yikes. Delay of game. Only cost you 1.5 yards because you're at the 3, half the distance.
It's still terrifying. This Aquinas team's been attacking downhill.
And Marsh, just the quarterback draw, breaks the first wave.
Nice play.
And finally run out of bounds after a nice run by Bobby Pierce. And you see Mill Valley's bench calling for a flag, a late hit on the sideline. That was Joel Appleby. He made a long run down the sidelines to let the officials know his quarterback was hit out of bounds, but I don't see any flags on the field. But it is a get out of jail run by Cooper Marsh and a first down. You make the call here, Therese. Ooh. It's what Looked like Terrence Collins came over
It's
late.
a tick late. It's a tick late, but it's a football play. Trying to finish the play.
18-yard run. Now here's a running play as they get good yardage by Whitnauer, Quinn Whitnauer, the backup running back, the junior, with a nice run.
Now this is a really nice job by Mill Valley's offensive line. This is a workmanlike group anchored by their big tackles. Hecht and Kelly have each had good seasons, returning starters. And now you're starting to see Mill Valley kind of set into a groove up front. This is a real key to the game.
Well, an 8-yard run by Whitnauer, who's got a good yards per carry average. And now Marsh will run for the first down as he is hit hard on the play. But Cooper Marsh is a tough guy. They compare him to Logan Cook, who played a few years ago and won a state championship. That dual threat, able to throw it and can get the tough yards running the football.
You know, and if Mill Valley's going to move the football tonight, Cooper Marsh is going to have to make runs like that. Like they're going to need him to kind of get things going.
Last hit by Bryce Clayman. As here's Whitnauer. This is a guy, his brother Matt was on the 2016 team that won a state championship, but he puts up decent numbers, 5.9 yards per carry. He's a different look than Tyler Green. He's a faster, kind of shiftier running back.
Yeah, it's a nice contrast. It's good to have different backs that can carry the mail, even at high school football level.
Well, he's had a couple of good runs of 8 and 7 yards thus far in the game. Quinn Whitnauer, 5'9" junior. And the quarterback, gonna keep it, and the Saints completely fooled, and he'll run it across midfield down to the 42-yard line of the Saints, and the defensive end just got left hanging out to dry here.
Yep, and it's the freshman, Seavey. You know, again, just a freshman, and he does attack downhill on that when he's unblocked. Obviously, Mill Valley's seen it, and I'm sure you're going to see that type of play going forward. They want to take advantage of that if they can.
19-yard run, Whitnauer getting up the middle, and making the stop is Caden Reeves, the nose guard. Nearly got the ball loose there as he was grabbing at the ball and then threw number 1 to the turf after a gain of about 4 yards.
Now, you know, again, we're seeing Mill Valley's offensive line start to dictate the tempo up front a little bit. You see, good job by 55, Robbie Durbin, the center, Mason Scott, the guard, Adrian Blazer. They're starting to you're seeing these white jerseys push up field now at the line of scrimmage.
Whitnauer running for the first down. He's provided a little spark off the bench. And
this is good. This is good for Mill Valley. They took some early body blows. We've talked about that. But now they're starting to dish some back. They're fighting out of the corner a little bit.
Has a Harvey Williams style of running.
Yeah.
Upright.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has Harvey's neck, but but the same style. Very upright, very quick. I knew you'd know that one.
I'm the king of football references going back 30 years.
All right. First and 10.
Oh, I like this.
And the pass to the sideline to the tight end, Napoli.
Nice call.
And then he's pushed out of play by Brooks. But again, they're moving the chains down the field.
Really like the play calling on this drive. Mill Valley understands kind of what they've got going on here. They've been able to establish the run. Now they can start hitting Aquinas with some play action. Nice throw there by Cooper Marsh. Really soft touch. Nice catch by the tight end, Jared Napoli. And now Mill Valley's settling into a groove.
That was a 12-yard catch by Napoli. And here's Whitnauer. Grabbed around his ankles. Short gain as Caden Reeves again making the stop. I'm told his brother Peyton Reeves, I saw him at practice the other day. He's been out with an injury thus far this year, but if they can get to the next game, which is in Pittsburgh for the state championship, I think his older brother might see some action. Peyton. He was at practice on Tuesday. 2nd down and 8. This drive all started by an interception by Jagan. As Whitnauer, again, not much doing, but there is a flag down. Mill Valley in the red zone trying to get some points, get right back in this game. Wittenauer's pointing the way of the Saints here. And it is a personal foul on St. Thomas Aquinas.
Wow. And I think the momentum is starting to shift a little bit, Kev. Just a touch.
No, it starts with that interception in
does.
the red zone. Might be a late hit, or you never know.
And we saw how important turnovers were in the first game. It hurt Mill Valley. So Aquinas has now turned the ball over. Now it's hurting them.
First and goal from the 7-yard line. Wittenauer into the end zone. Touchdown. He might have been the key to this drive.
He has been. 5'9", 160 pounds, just a junior, but his elusive style, the quick style, has given Aquinas some problems. This is exactly what the Jaguars needed to kind of start fighting back a little bit. And right now, we got a ball game.
Did you recognize that big celebrity in the Mill Valley crowd?
My main man, Mick Schaefer.
41 Sports' Mick Schaefer here cheering on Mill Valley, and he's got to love a 99-yard drive. And it was started by Colton Jagan with that interception, and it capped off by this 7-yard touchdown run.
Fantastic double at the point between Adrian Blazer and Kyle Kelly, the right guard, right tackle. You see the movement being generated. Good blocks, Dervin, Scott, Heck, establishing physicality at the point. And the best thing for Mill Valley is like not only do you have the momentum, but that's something you can build on now. Like you know you can run the ball when you double up to the next level. So this is a different ball game right now.
They took over the ball at the 3. They were penalized half the distance for a delay of game. So, and the interception was the key play here by Colton Jagan defending Tank Young. He got burned last time. This time Jagan steps in front and gets the INT.
Now, that's also a big play for Jagan because, you know, Aquinas, I mean, that's a 14-point swing here. He gave up the touchdown to Young on the swing pass out of the backfield. But that play basically led to a touchdown. So he basically just got it back. So for a very important player on Mill Valley's defense, that was a huge play.
Momentum shifting, Tennant, the PAT, and now the ensuing kickoff, and he's going to keep this one in play. He's going to hit on the field.
Yeah.
Tank Young going to field it on a couple of hops. And Tank taken down just across the 20-yard line.
All right.
Now we'll see the Saints back on offense, but you think the momentum has shifted a little bit in this game.
It has. It has. Knowing Coach Dreiling, I'm sure some run stuff is coming here. Like they want to get back to doing what they do. Again, that process will start with the right side of that line. Carroll, Mozingo, who's 317, Brown, who's 260.
First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Pitch it out. This is Barnett, who's got excellent speed. He gets around the corner with that speed. And he has enough for a first down. Finn Barnett, the senior, he averages 11.8 yards per carry, and he's an excellent wide receiver as well.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see here, you know, I've talked a lot about the right side of the line, but the thing you got to remember is that sometimes they'll switch them up a little bit. So he runs to the left, behind Mozingo, big chunk gain. You know, in general, where these kids are is where the ball's going. So you just gotta recognize that and adjust to it.
11 yards gain and a first down. And the quarterback in trouble. Ball jarred free. Anderson is going to be tackled for a loss. That is Carson Caldwell back there.
The senior.
The Mike linebacker involved in the play. They're going to lose 5 yards on the play.
They depend on Carson Caldwell to make plays. Caldwell, excuse me. And
well, Knappen was the guy that kind of
Knappen made it happen.
Yeah.
I love the team football there. You saw Kramer handle the dive, wipe that out. Knappen does a nice job ripping the football out. And Mill Valley's feeling pretty good about itself right now. The kids are playing with a lot of energy.
And we get a timeout taken for Mill Valley, or taken by St. Thomas Aquinas, I beg your pardon. If you're wondering why Mr. Unbiased Mick Schaefer is over there cheering for Mill Valley, his son Aiden Schaefer is a sophomore defensive lineman, big number 44.
That's right.
What are they feeding that kid in the Schaefer house? But that's why Mick Schaefer is here cheering on there's his son right there, Aiden.
Yeah.
Good-looking young player in their program, and he gets time on their defensive line.
Yeah.
And there's Dad, who looks rather nervous, actually, or cold, one of the two.
I get it. You know, he's invested in this game, his son. Big kid at 6 feet, 255.
Well, he's a serious, obviously, a sports fan, doing 41 Sports and longtime Metro Sports and Spectrum Sports co-worker of ours. But he's very proud of number 44 out there. And Mom Janae, I think, is where the size is coming from that side of the family. But after the Aquinas timeout, they have one left now, Therese, and they're facing second down and 14. This offense does not like second down and long. As they're going to throw, and they're going to go down. That's your man, Kramer, getting the sack. Ethan Kramer, the junior.
And Kramer's fired up about it, too. Kid's a playmaker, right?
He leads the team in sacks.
And they're dependent on him to make plays tonight. 14 tackles for loss. 8 sacks. He'll get in there. Look at that. A fantastic swim move on the right guard. I love it. And he's making a play for his team. That's what they need from him. He is the catalyst up front for the Jaguars.
Now it's third down and 19. So back-to-back negative plays, and this offense is backed up. Mill Valley feeling good right now. They give it off to Tank Young on a toss. Tank over a defender and gets out near the 38-yard line before he is taken down on the play. Well, this kid is so athletic. And tackle on the play by Jay Hayden.
When you're a defense, it's terrifying seeing 28 get it on the pitch. The toss pitch with 28, and he gets to pick his lane. I mean, you're seeing why he's a leading Simone candidate tonight, folks.
Charlie Weinrich is the punter. Flag is down. Mill Valley does not want to have anything to do with fielding this punt, as it's inside the 30-yard line. Now we got to sort out the flag.
Don't you feel it, Kev? It's a little momentum's changed here tonight.
Yeah, 30-yard punt, no return, but yeah, that when you take it 99 yards down the field and score, that defense seemed rather inspired. And it's going to be on St. Thomas Aquinas, and let's see if they want them to repunt the football. Coach Dryling's not loving that call by that face. They want to take over the football right there at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, just over 5 to play before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by Hy-Vee. As Whitnauer will be your main running back now, it looks like. He had a great series. Play action, pass down the middle, incomplete, looking for the wide receiver, Zach Mills. And the coverage was there. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Just overshot that one. We'll take a closer look at this one. Really good coverage.
Will Gavin had the coverage, the free safety. He was not fooled by that play action. And 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Winner will either play Wichita at Northwest or Mays next Saturday in Pittsburgh. Cooper Marsh going to scramble. Tucks it under his left arm and runs for a nice gain. And this is what the Saints coaching staff was worried about. Number 7 running the football. He's a very good runner, and he's going to be a little bit shy the first down. It'll be 3rd down, about 3 or 4.
And this is something that Aquinas is going to have to start accounting for. Marshall's a good runner, and he's starting to hurt him with his legs.
Now the home crowd turning up the noise on 3rd down and 4 from the 39. Flag prior to the snap. And it's going to be encroachment on the defense. And that's a first down via the penalty flag. And you see some of the Saints players showing some emotion, some frustration now after the defensive line got in the neutral zone.
Yeah, because the momentum started changing, and now you're starting to see their seniors step up and say some things, namely Gordon Harris, the All-State defensive back.
Here's Wittenauer and Siavy getting him from behind. Now flags on the play as the center, Mason Scott, looked like he got in a late little push after the play had been whistled dead after the Wittenauer run. And it was Siavy making the stop, but I saw 54 deliver a little blow there after the whistles had blown.
You can't do it in a game of this magnitude. These are the little things that start hurting you. And, you know, you just can't give away yards against this Aquinas defense. It's an emotional game. Football is an emotional game. Believe me, I understand where that's coming from. Who knows what was said, you know. And hey, listen, in a vacuum, I love the aggression. You know, Mason's trying to establish the point of attack for his team, but just the extra stuff, you can't have it.
So it was a late hit, personal foul on number 54 in white, Mill Valley.
That right there, that's what you can't have.
This will be 2nd down and country mile, 2nd and 23 officially. Back to the 31-yard line. Swing pass out to Wittenauer. Makes the first guy miss. Near the 40-yard line, a gain of 9 of the 23 back by Wittenauer.
One thing I definitely appreciate is the effort with which the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints played defensively. Look at this rush of blue jerseys flying in, hustling downfield. Cam Penny, Bobby Pierce. They understand the stakes, and they're playing like it.
3rd down and 14 for Mill Valley, down by a touchdown. Winner goes to the state championship game next week. A lot on the line tonight.
See some off coverage here from the Saints.
They'll get a timeout for the Jaguars. What? Checking the West division of the 5A bracket, and there you see Wichita Northwest leading by 10 points in the 2nd quarter. Of course, it was Northwest who took on St. Thomas Aquinas last year. The Saints got their first ever state championship. As you take a look at the Class 5A state bracket, now it sets up for a 1 o'clock game at Carney Smith Stadium in Pittsburgh State University. And by the way, Northwest is 11-0, Maize is 10-1, so it could be 2 undefeated teams, or it could be this scrappy Mill Valley team is right back in this one after that 99-yard drive down the field.
It could happen.
Now
this is a football game.
3rd down and long. 3rd down and 14 for Marsh. Empty backfield.
They sent 5.
He's going to scramble for it. And he's got the first down and more. Cooper Marsh still on his feet. Using the stiff arm. And he's finally taken down inside the 15 by Gordon Harris. What a run by Cooper Marsh.
Listen. It was always going to be so important for Cooper Marsh because of the threat of the Jaguars running game to make them pay. They were going to have to make them pay for focusing on the running back, and this is great right here. Good poise by Marsh. Sees a lot of green grass. He absolutely takes advantage of it. Big gain, making multiple players miss, and now he's a playmaker. This is somebody that the Saints have to start accounting for.
Now 46 yards on 3rd down and long. And now here's Wittenauer showing some good feet, fighting his way. About a 3-yard gain on the first down run by Quinn Wittenauer. Now we're under 3 minutes to go before halftime. And how big would a touchdown here be for Mill Valley? As they're inside the red zone.
Now their kicker Tennett's had a good year.
Oh, he's a very good kicker. They're well in his range. As the quarterback keeping on the read option, here's Marsh getting.
He got it.
And he bangs into the end zone for the touchdown. Cooper Marsh. Oh, you want a star of a drive? It's number 7 in white. Cooper Marsh, the junior quarterback. And Mick Schaefer approves.
Now, Marsh's maturation has been huge for this football team. They get off to a 1-3 start, but they've won their last 7, and Marsh's improved ability to take care of the football and make plays has coincided with that run.
Tennant with the tying extra point, and just like that, 14 unanswered by Mill Valley, and they're right back in it just before halftime.
Zone read. COV, the defensive end again, crashes down hard. That means it's run time for the quarterback. And Marsh can hurt you. He's a good athlete, and he finishes the drive with gusto to tie this game up for the Jaguars.
5 rushing touchdowns for Cooper Marsh. $11 yards on the romp. 7 plays, 67 yards, just under 3. And we got a new ball game here in Overland Park. As the Saints and the Jaguars are even at 14 in the state semifinals. While we got a moment, I want to say thank you to Sarah Burgess, the athletic director here at St. Thomas Aquinas, and Tequila Harry's for taking care of feeding our broadcast crew with some great Mexican food, tacos and such. Thanks again to Sarah Burgess and Tequila Harry's, as here comes Tank Young on the kickoff return, and it's a good one. Out to the 35, and there is the longtime athletic director. She's been teaching here since 1988, so she's been here when the school opened up. Now she's the athletic director and the biggest Saints fan on the sidelines, cheering on the Saints in a 14-14 lockup.
That's right, an Aquinas institution at this point.
Volleyball coach, PE teacher, and yeah, that's 30+ years with the Saints.
That's right.
Thanks again, Sarah, for the food for our crew. They pitch it out to Tank Young.
That's there.
Check that is Tom Downey around the edge, and Tom Downey going to go to the house. Tom Downey, the basketball player and football star, and just like that, 65 yards as Tom Downey showing off the speed.
The problem that Aquinas presents you is that when you try to take away Tank Young, they just got other options. All right, so whether it's Finn Barnett or any number of guys, they can hurt you. There's a team that can hurt you with any number of guys. And you just saw it right there because they crashed down hard on the dive, and that just leaves the outside stuff, the number stuff, the alley stuff wide open. Huge, huge play for Aquinas.
Well, yeah, you think Tank Young's going to get it almost every play, and I got fooled. And then Tom Downey says, I'm to the edge, and I'm going to turn on the speed, and Hunter Gray will not catch me, and he is gone.
And Tommy Downey does a nice job housing this. You know, he makes this play now. This is a track race. This is a track meet. And he just won his sprint, taking it the distance for the Saints. That's right. Celebrate it, Tom. That's a heck of a run.
A lot of big plays tonight.
There have been.
And that's how it goes. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, the Saints make you pick your poison defensively. You know, if you don't crash down on Young, you're just going to have to be able to tackle in space on Barnett or Downey. And that's tough. That's really tough.
You just think number 28 is going to have it most of the times, and that's where you want to go, and then they hit you with Barnett or Downing or McCormick or Gavin. I mean, they got so many other guys that they can hit you with. And as soon as you suck in on trying to stop 28, somebody else is. We're up and down the field for 6.
I also appreciated the pitch there. I thought that was a really good job by the pitch man, executing that, put that on the money, made the defender commit. That's just the mark, honestly, of a well-coached team, how good that looks. Like these guys don't make mistakes with their reading of the defense and winning the pitch. And they don't put the ball on the ground, and then they can outrun you when they get it. And that's how you get an undefeated football team at this level.
1st and 10 from the 20 after the touchback, and here's Cooper Marsh. He still has time, just over 2 to play.
Whoop.
And Tyler Green breaking a tackle. Tyler Green across the 40.
Hey, now.
It's nothing but big plays in this one as he crossed midfield with a great run. Tyler Green back in the game, and a first down run for a first down. As just big play after big play in this one.
Now, they were hurting the Saints early on with Quinn Whittenauer, the Harvey Williams clone, and now they're giving it to the big fella, Ty Green, 5'10", 206. He'll make you miss too, as he just showed.
Yeah, they go 40 with this guy, the big guy. Yeah, I don't know. You got the quick guy and the big guy. 40 yards by Tyler Green. Honorable mention All-League last year. He's over 200 pounds. He's a big back.
Yeah, he is. He is.
From the 40-yard line, Marsh, the left-handed throw, finds the tight end inside the 30. Taken down by Will Gavin for another first down catch at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Cooper Marsh has been so impressive tonight, not just running the football, but executing his fakes and also putting some passes really on the money. And I love the way the Jaguars use the tight end Napoli, not unlike the Penn State Nittany Lions use Pat Fryermuth, their tight end.
I think these Mill Valley jerseys are reminding of Penn State. It's Cooper Marsh.
Oh.
And he'll lose yardage. As shooting through the number 99, Caden Reeves, the junior nose guard.
The Southern Illinois commit. And you're seeing why. Big kid now, 6'2", 253. And when he's got his arms around you, you're not going anywhere, okay? That's over. You're done.
This guy leads the team in forced fumbles. And he'll get a tackle for a loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Marsh down the middle. Oh, just missed his guy. Hendrick Jones, the 6'3" sophomore wide receiver.
Football's a game of inches, folks. That was there. You could feel the anticipation from the Aquinas side. It's like, oh, ooh. As a play caller, you just say, okay, that was open. Put a little star by that. You come back to that later when you need it.
3rd down and 11 from the 27-yard line just before halftime. And now we get a timeout from Mill Valley, and that'll be their second. They'll have 1 remaining. If you're Mill Valley, you're thinking, let's get some points here, and then let's take the 3rd quarter kick, and let's get some more points, because they won and deferred their coin toss and go back to back.
Yeah, this is not like a gotta have a touchdown situation. This is a better convert, get some more yards, and like don't force it. Like the field goal's fine. You got a good kicker. Chris Tennant's been good all year. He's got a long of 45. He's been accurate on extra points. Like, you know, you want the touchdown, of course, but you know, I wouldn't be trying to force it. I'm also impressed with the way they punch back here, because that was a big shock to the system seeing Tommy Downey, you know, just sprint 65 yards after all that hard work you put in to tie this game up. So I appreciate the mental toughness the Jaguars are showing.
Listen to the crowd on 3rd down and 11. Little quarterback draw for Marsh. And he's not going to get the first down. He'll only get about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down. Still need 9. Nice play by Will Gavin, the free safety.
Well, field goal here will put you right about at the limits for where Tennett's made is long this year, about 3 yards.
They're talking it over with Tennant on the sidelines. I see Tennant.
I get this. That's a long way for a high school.
He is backed off, and it'll be 4th down and 9 from the 25-yard line.
I get that.
Tennant's still warming his leg up on the sideline. They're gonna take the timeout, and yeah, they're gonna.
Okay.
I think Tennant's coming out because he was still warming up his leg. He backed away from the coach and started stretching out that right leg. So they're gonna try the long field goal.
I get that too. They got a lot of faith in the kid. I understand it. I think that's a judgment call by the head coach. He's the one best equipped in making that choice. He knows how accurate the kid's been. You know, sometimes in this situation, you have certain plays marked off just for occasions like this. You know, 4th and 9 isn't a great down and distance, but it's something you could convert if you got something special for it. But
this is going to be a 40-pluser.
Yeah, no, listen, his long's been 45 now.
So he's a very good high school
This is still
kicker.
long now. You know, this is 42.
Well, I don't see.
No?
Here comes the kicker. He's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be around 42. I think. Yeah. Tennant is got the leg for this. Now he's going. The breeze from the north has settled down.
Look, he's got some long levers now. 6'4". Okay.
And now they'll break into a.
Okay.
They're gonna go for it on 4th down and 9.
You sometimes have special plays for this situation.
Marsh gonna go.
It's there.
The man open.
Oh!
Jagan drops it.
Oh, he had it. What a play call. Oh, what a play call by Mill Valley coach Joel Appleby. He schemed it wide open.
Jagan was open. He got the interception earlier. This time, he was too wide open. You got to shake it off, number 10.
And sometimes you can be too wide open. Oh, that's right. It definitely happens. We've seen Tyrann Mathieu, the Chiefs' great safety, the Badger, great football player, drop wide open interception. This happens to the best of them. So when you're just too wide open, but let's take a minute to appreciate the call. Heck of a call. I get it. I love it. No regrets. Keep it moving. I think going into that break, you know, there's going to be a little bit of management with the player because they're going to need Colton Jagan in the second half. They need him. He's a great football player.
Saints just took a knee and run out the second quarter clock. We have reached halftime in a classic Class 5A state semifinal game for the Eastern Division. 2 seed taking on the 4 seed. It's been a battle. 21-14. The defending state champs lead it by a touchdown. Coming back with Hy-Vee at the half. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Spectrum Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Concord Career College. You can start your healthcare career in months, not years. To find out more, visit concord.edu. And welcome to Hy-Vee at the half. 5A state semifinals, and big crowd. And they always ask, did you get your money's worth in the first half? I think you did, and a little bit more.
So many big plays in the first half. It was the kind of half befitting a state semifinal game in Kansas. I love the intensity both teams played with. I love the physicality both played with. And there's mental toughness, too, because Aquinas came out dominating this game, but Mill Valley really had to kind of stand in there and take some punches. And at one point, they just completely seized the momentum. And then what does Aquinas do? They respond. And then what does Mill Valley do? They responded to that. So even though the score is not tied going into the half, I feel like it was a really even half.
21-14 is your halftime score, and the winner will take on the winner of Wichita Northwest and Mays next Saturday at Pittsburgh State University at the Carney Smith Stadium. 1 o'clock start on November the 30th. So this ball game is a state semifinal, and we're coming back with Hy-Vee at the half highlights. Also, your first half numbers. Stay tuned. That's a warm hat right there. Welcome back to Hy-Vee at the Half, 5A state semifinals in the East Division, and it's the defending state champs by a touchdown over Mill Valley. Time now for the Hy-Vee first half highlights, and I hope you're ready for some big plays. Here's Therese.
Well, I'm ready for some. Let's revisit him again, and here's the stud. Tank Young, straight A student, looking at Stanford, looking at a bunch of schools, Iowa State, and you can see why big-time players make big-time plays in big games. And Tank Young definitely applies. No, here he is again. Wheel route, good luck. No one's catching him. And this changed the game right here. Huge, huge response by Colton Jagan, and his team takes advantage of that. I love the response of Marsh and Whitnauer. Whitnauer was fantastic. Key in a big drive for the Jaguars, and then Marsh on the very next drive did the dirty work, lowered his shoulder, took one for the team, and a tremendous pitch on this play by the quarterback Blake Anderson, and Tommy Downey is off to the races. Gotta love it. Also gotta love Mitch. Also gotta love Mill Valley's response. Fourth down, gutsy call, wide open. Sometimes you don't get the execution you like. So important for Mill Valley to bounce back after that, because you got a whole nother half of football to play.
Hy-Vee first half numbers jumps off the page at you there.
38 passing yards by Mill Valley. Aquinas being pretty, as balanced as possible for them. That's a good half for them offensively, 300 yards. Points off turnovers matters. Look at that, 7 for Mill Valley. Penalties, that kind of deal. Look, this game's coming down to turnovers and penalties, okay? Just like the first matchup did. I promise you, both head coaches were in the locker room saying, hey, listen, this game's not over. We can still compete. We can win this game, but it's going to be the team that executes the best and makes the fewest mistakes that's going to get to play for it all next week. So I expect to see a good half of football here.
Getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Mick Schaefer enjoying the action, probably texting or tweeting.
That's right.
Yeah, his team down by 7. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week as we continue with Hy-Vee at the half and some of the Hy-Vee stars of the first half. I mean, first name that comes to your head as far as the Saints are concerned is number 28, Tyron Tank Young, the junior running back for STA.
The sensational Tank Young. And you see the explosiveness from him. This is a kid that steps up in big games and already got a couple touchdowns. It's been incredibly difficult to tackle, and you see him outrunning the defense, making plays, on his way to a 100-yard night. Of course he is. And you're seeing why. He's looking at Stanford, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, places like that. Already has an offer from Iowa State, and he is just a junior. So they got another year with him. He's going to have a massive year next year. And he's showing why he's going to be one of the – well, I tell you what. He's showing why Coach Randy Dreiling is saying he is the best back in the Midwest. How about that? He told me that. He said that. He said, we've got the best running back in the Midwest. Tank Young. So far, the kid has stepped up, shown to be just that.
I asked him in 30 years of coaching, is he the best ever running back you've had? He said he's right up there. He wouldn't commit. He said he's right up there.
How about this? I asked Joel Appleby about him. Guess what he said? He said he's as good of a back as he's ever coached against. So.
What about the quarterback for Mill Valley and his running of the football?
Yeah, it's been an important counter. Like the Saints knew that the Jaguars were going to run the ball, mainly their running backs, Green and Whittenauer. But it's Marsh who's really hurt him. 11 rushes, 118 yards, a touchdown, and he's somebody they have to account for in the run game now, which is going to open up things for Green, for Whittenauer in the pass game. I love the play action stuff they've done to the tight end Napoli. And I wonder if they can get some downfield shots now too, because they've got to start wondering about Cooper Marsh running the football, taking off and scrambling. The offense should be open for some shots, should be open for the Jaguars. in the second half. So I can't wait to see what they can dial up offensively to take advantage of Aquinas' defense. First and foremost, has got to stop the run.
Number one key for Randy Dryling tonight, the quarterback can't run on us, and number 7 already has over 100 yards, an 11-yard touchdown run. Tank Young, 7 rushes. Well, I probably threw in about 3 or 4 when I got faked out, but 7, that's not very many for number 28. They've been going elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's by design. After the first couple drives of this game, Mill Valley was like, we've had enough. We're done. They are aggressively attacking downhill on the dives to Young. But that's opened up these pitches to Downey. That's opened up these pitches to Barnett. And as long as Anderson can execute them, it's going to be difficult to stop.
And it looks like Wichita Northwest, well, that ball game still has a lot of time. 2 quarters left, 45-28 over Mays right now.
And you talk about a high-scoring first half.
Yeah, there's some points there. As Tyler Green deep back to return the third quarter kick.
We thought we saw some fireworks. I guess not.
We saw some big plays, no question about it, as Weinrich will kick it off to Mill Valley.
Huge drive here for Mill Valley.
And this one will go into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for the 20. So Cooper Marsh in the offense. You're saying this is a huge drive to start the third quarter.
Yeah, you want to establish what you want to do offensively on this drive, okay? So that's going to start with the big kids, the tackles, who I want to show some love to. Sam Heck, the left tackle. Kyle Kelly, the right tackle. Returning starters, big physical kids. And then the interior of their offensive line, they really compete. So I think you put this game in the offensive line's hands and let them kind of impose their will on the Saints.
Well, it's now 4 100-yard rushing games for quarterback Cooper Marsh. He got this one at halftime. Tyler Green will start in the backfield, and Tyler Green, minimal gain on the first down run.
Yeah, and the big kid, Reeves, right in the middle of the mix. Wondering when we're going to see Wittenauer, too. Wittenauer was difficult to tackle.
Yeah, they got the power back, and then they got the speed back with the junior Wittenauer. So gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 21.
Now, there's some beef up front for the Saints. We haven't talked a ton about this, but Reeves, 6'2", 253, and then Jalen Marshall, 54, the sophomore. He's 6'4", 265. So you got to move them now.
Quarterback going to run it to the short side of the field. Marsh. And he'll get it up to the 25-yard line. Brooks there and McNamara, the linebacker, combining the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah. Aquinas is matching the physicality early, so my hunch is now you're going to see Cooper Marsh run, or you're going to see the play action, maybe something to Napoli, or maybe even a deep shot. Now it's empty backfield, so.
Empty set, 4 wide. Pass to the sideline is caught. You got it, Therese. They went to the tight end Napoli for the first down catch.
I'm really enjoying the chemistry between Cooper Marsh and Jared Fryermuth Napoli. He's been fantastic for him. Just like the Nittany Lions use their tight end. If they can, the Saints having to account for the run game is going to open up these quick little strikes to the tight end. So they've got a sustainable way of moving the ball downfield.
And now some early movement. Flags down prior to the snap. And it's going to be on the offense. So 1st and 15 for Cooper Marsh and Mill Valley. Number 8 in our Super 25. They won 7 in a row. Their last loss was week 4 to St. Thomas Aquinas. And that was an early game. That was a game played in the afternoon because they were forecasted some thunderstorms as this pass is caught by Jacob Hartman, the junior wide receiver, and he's run out of bounds. His brother Ben was a very good player here. He leads the team in total catches on the year for the Jaguars, his 23rd catch of the year.
Now, look, this is going to date me a little bit, but Marsh reminds me a little bit of Steve Belisari, the Ohio State quarterback from a couple decades ago. Forgive me, I'm a football historian. But a good athlete, that left-handed stroke can put some heat on it. It's a little bit like that. And I will say that he's been more effective tonight than Belisari.
Tyler Green, the first down, and run out of bounds at midfield, and a gain of 13. And the Jags really, a little pep in their step as they get back to the huddle here.
Hey, listen, the big kid is rolling now. Okay. Yeah, just like using that left hand as a
He
club.
is hard to tackle.
He'll just escort you right on to the next place. I'm all right seeing number 21 carry the football. That's fun to me.
5'10", 206.
That's right. Zone read.
And there's a quick 5 as C of E makes the stop on Tyler Green. Also there, Will Gavin.
Like, see if he sees it and goes, man. Like that. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from that kid.
Yeah, and you remember, he's just a freshman.
Yeah, listen. 6 feet 209 right now. You know,
They got a sophomore in Marshall.
this is a young
Junior in Caden Reeves.
And
A junior in Penny.
coming back.
So a lot of guys coming back. 2nd down and 5. Pass caught.
Hey.
And turning up the field is
Nice
the
throw.
sophomore wide receiver, Kendrick Jones.
You know what? Shout out to our producer, Joe Novacek. Really good point there, man. Mill Valley's mixing this up well. You know, they're hitting you with some power stuff. They're hitting you with some zone read, and then some quick strike in the passing game, a little play action. Like Joel Appleby and his staff has done a heck of a job prepping for this game. They've got counters to everything. They've been diverse. Really good offensive attack.
15-yard pass followed by a tackle for a loss as Reeves, the final blow on Tyler Green. Deep back there was Brooks, the strong safety. Yeah, he kind of messed up the play initially, and then big number 99 with a freight train move here.
Look, we're starting to see 9-9. Caden Reeves impose his will on this game a little bit. Because it's not like a play that's going by. That's a run play where we're not seeing 9-9 jump into the frame.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11, back to the 31-yard line. Marsh time, pass, caught. Down to the 25-yard line. Nice catch by Kendrick Jones. He's only a sophomore, transfer from Yates Center, Kansas, and showing some good hands, back-to-back catches.
Well, how about this? We were talking about the youth of the Aquinas defense. Let's talk about the youth of the Mill Valley offense. Cooper Marsh is a junior. Kendrick Jones, a sophomore. Jared Napoli, the tight end I love, sophomore. Like, these kids are going to be together, right? Another start, Tyrese. Like, they've got guys, you know, that are going to be around here for a while.
3rd down and 5. Green not going to get the first down as McNamara goes down low. The Hawk linebacker making a big stop. It's going to be 4th down and 4, facing Mill Valley. Big decision time.
I'm loving the physicality by the Aquinas defensive front. You know, they're trying to run downhill on you, and these big kids up front aren't having it, okay? You see it right there. Number 57, Mike McNamara attacking down here. Big down right here, Kev.
Don't see the big kicker from Mill Valley. They're going to go for it.
You get it.
They will go. Marsh time, throwing, and too tall for Kendrick Jones. Incomplete. Saints hold, and will take over on downs.
I like the call. I'm okay going for it there. You've been moving the football on the Saints, especially in the passing game. And that was there. Just need a little better throw. I'm sure Marsh should be kicking himself there. Tough throw, though, still, too. You had good coverage by Isaiah Gavin. And you got to put that in a certain place now because Gavin's a rangy kid. You know, he's 6'5". So if it's too errant, he might snag it out of the air. So that's a tough throw. Got to bounce back here for Mill Valley.
From the 24, Blake Anderson and the Flexbone offense.
Pre-snap shift.
And the ball knocked away by Neppen. It's picked up by Anderson, who's tackled inside the 20. As, wow, Neppen got a hold of the pitch. That's how quick he is, the defensive end from Mill Valley. And it's Caldwell with the tackle for a loss, but what a play by 48.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. They kind of swoop in there, make a play, anticipate it. Love that anticipation at the high school level. And Carson Caldwell finishes it up. And the Jaguars are absolutely rolling to the football.
Big left paw by Knappen started the tackle for a loss. 2nd down and 15. And the quarterback, Anderson, running into Jagan. He spins him to the turf.
Listen, Jagan put a little English on that one. This kid's into the game. Okay, he was ready. He was ready for that one.
You said they needed to talk to him at halftime.
Yeah, just look. It's an emotional game. This matters. Football clearly matters to the kid. You know, just make sure he's okay. And he's playing hard. He was ready to put his hands on somebody there. So he's good. You know, let's play this half.
For just joining us, he dropped a wide open 4th down catch that would have potentially tied the ball game at halftime, but he also has an interception in the ball game. This pitch back, put on the turf, and Saints struggling in their own territory as this is Barnett. Looked like he was dribbling a basketball back there. And it'll be 4th down and still need about 10.5, 11 yards in the punting unit coming out for the Saints.
And the big junior Kramer finished that one off. We're seeing underclassmen make plays on both sides of the ball, which actually isn't that common when you get to this part of the game. Normally teams, when this part of the season, like semifinal games, it's like these teams are typically senior laden. Good thing for the future of both these teams here.
Fair catch called for and taken, as we've got a flag down as well as making the fair catch was Hartman. Let's sort out the flag back near where the ball was punted.
He's got 2 flags in the play. 3 flags in the play.
Actually, now I'm seeing a 3rd flag down, and a holding penalty is coming up on St. Thomas Aquinas. Let's go back to Cole Knappen on the defensive play there as he knocked the ball back in the first half. He says, do you think they'll run that play again? And Knappen is ready to use that left hand and get out there and just show the wingspan.
This is a great example of how these guys are well prepared for this game. That took tremendous anticipation by Knappen, and I'm actually not surprised when I was talking to Coach Appleby this week. He said that this team defensively watches a lot of film, and I think you're seeing some of the effects of that right now.
The holding penalty was on Mill Valley, and they're marched back to the 36-yard line. This will be 1st and 10 from the 36. And Wittenauer is in the backfield in a handoff to Wittenauer, and there's the speed of Wittenauer. He's got the 1st down, then he's yanked back. Number 1 brings a little explosiveness. Number 21 brings the power, but this guy brings the speed through the hole.
A little thunder and lightning never hurt anybody, except the opposing team. I like what Mill Valley's done rotating these guys. They're both they're nice compliments to each other, but it seems like the Saints are having a harder time taking down Wittenauer.
And he just got 11 and a 1st down. Play action. Marsh going to go deep down the field, and the receiver couldn't find the ball there. It was just kind of thrown over the wrong shoulder. The target was Jacob Hartman, and you saw him trying to find the ball, and it goes incomplete.
You know, the Saints are playing so much off coverage. It's a little surprising to see some of these downfield shots still kind of be there. You know, you just need a little better throw, and you'll have them. But if you notice, like, you know, most of the time you're not seeing like a corner or a safety lined up on any of these receivers within like 5 yards at the line of scrimmage.
There's Wittenauer. Put his foot in the ground and cut it back nicely to the 50. That's a nice 3-yard run by Quinn Wittenauer.
And I'll tell you one thing, because Marsh has shown the ability to throw the football a little bit, if the Saints are going to continue to play off coverage like that, it's time to go screen time, okay? It's time to go a little tunnel screen, a little bubble screen. Now, you can do that. You can make them pay for this kind of coverage. So maybe they're saving it for a time when they need it. But if you're going to continue to get off coverage where they're, you know, like look at the bottom of the screen here, right? You got Zach Mills in the corner. You know, they're just, it's 5 yards off. Screen time.
3rd down and 7. Marsh with time. Wants the deep ball down the sidelines. Incomplete. And looking for Hartman. Mill Valley wants a flag. And I don't see a flag down. 4th down.
I mean, so it's single coverage. So you're going to be dependent on your quarterback to make a throw and your receiver to make a play. Really good coverage by Harris. Not a great kid to test. All-state defensive back. He travels with the best guy. Like, Saints have an incredible amount of faith in Harris, Corden Harris. Good player.
Punt formation from Mill Valley as Tennant will punt it. High snap, and he's a tall kid. He backs up and gets it out of there nicely.
What a play.
And remember, Tennant's 6'4", so
he needed every inch of that.
And he has a nice punt that trickles inside the 10 near the 5. But smart play by number 11.
Yeah, and Tennant is getting welcomed on his sideline right now.
45 yards on the punt, but here's where the savior.
Yeah, there are a lot of coaches in blue over there patting him on his helmet. That's a heck of a play. And he doesn't just like prevent disaster. He actually gets off a really good punt. Look where the ball is at. That's a hell of a play.
So Anderson and the Saints offense backed up inside their own 10-yard line. They'll officially spotted at the 6. And the last drive, it was a little choppy offensively for St. Thomas Aquinas. Credit to Mill Valley defense there.
Tank Young
breaks a tackle and then is across the 10-yard line before he is taken down on the play by Caldwell, the Mike linebacker.
The senior. He came to play tonight. Caldwell's imposing his will a little bit. Look at this. You see,
Good 6-yard run on 1st down by Tank Young. Over 100 yards for the 9th time this year. This is their 11th game, by the way. And it's all clogged up in the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Get through that defensive line. Let's see as they unpile.
Let me tell you something.
Looked like Kendall Christopher, number 9, was the guy that kind of messed things up there at the point of attack.
Yeah, it did. He wasn't the only one. You know.
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah,
he's right in the mix there, and that is a tremendous job. That is a tremendous job by Big Justin Sanders, staying low. Low man wins, and the Jaguars run that down.
3rd down and 6. Anderson throwing down the field, has his man, and he makes the catch.
Got it.
Just across the 45 with a man draped all over him. Isaiah Gavin with a clutch 3rd down catch for the Saints.
And that's why the Saints offense is so difficult to stop. You're worried about the run, you're worried about the run, you're worried about the run. And then guess what? Here's Blake Anderson throwing up deep balls to a 6'5" kid. Beat Blake Martin. You know, Blake Martin's 5'7". You know, Gavin's 6'5". That's a tough ask. And that's a great throw and that's great execution. That is why they've only thrown 85 times this year. But Anderson has, but he's got 17 touchdown passes.
34 yards and a 1st down. Tank Young to the short side. And he's run out of bounds near midfield.
A little speed option there. And I've actually been really impressed with Anderson's pitch ability. Like, he times it out really well. And he just floats him out right there. It's a real good indication of a well-coached team, because you can tell they've drilled it a lot.
Injury timeout for the right guard, Mozingo.
That's not great. Mozingo's a big kid, 6'4", 317, a senior. Kid they run behind a lot. Certainly wish him the best here.
Looks to be in a lot of pain as he's helped to the sideline by the trainer. Gavin Crossweight will check in and replace Mozingo.
Yeah, you can just kind of see he's hurt there. Fired off hard, couldn't finish the play.
2nd down and 6. pitch it out. And this is Barnett. And spinning in the open field. And he floats his way for a first down. Finn Barnett takes it inside the 45 near the 43-yard line and a first down run.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with.
Was that spin necessary there?
Nah,
Okay.
He put a little English.
Yeah,
on
it was just like.
It's okay. Like, it's fun. You're supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
They're having a little fun there. I've been so impressed with their ancillary playmakers down in Barnett. Accidental R2 button. Our producer Joe Novich at times.
And quarterback in trouble. And a sack by Christopher, the defensive end for Mill Valley.
Hey, listen now. Mill Valley's defensive front between Big Sanders, Kramer, and Christopher. They're imposing their will a little bit here.
That's now 4.5 sacks for Christopher, the senior defensive end, or they call quick in their defensive logo formation. He might be a little shaken up there. He's kind of holding his left shoulder.
Yeah, he's not coming out this game. these guys
flag
are fine.
down that they're sorting out.
They want to be out there for sure. It will take a lot.
And a holding penalty whistled on St. Thomas Aquinas. This is going to back them up.
Yeah.
So not only they get sacked, but now it's going to move them all the way back inside their own 40-yard line. Spotted at the 39-yard line. And here's the quarterback, Anderson. Oh, he took a nasty hit there by, again, Christopher.
That's really impressive that Christopher made that play, because I'm going to tell you something. Aquinas fired off that ball hard. There was some encouragement from the coaching staff. I mean, they came. Did you see the down block by 55, Deontay Brown? He was firing off hard. There was a little message in the Aquinas huddle before that play to get off the ball. So that's a heck of a play by Christopher to make a play like that when the offensive line clearly is trying to fire off.
That was a hard-earned 3 yards by the quarterback. Now Gavin on the field as a wide receiver late. Second down and 24. Anderson going to throw and going to go throw deep. And Will Thompson, the diving attempt, can't make the catch. Incomplete.
I love the effort from Thompson. He really laid it out for it. Not a bad call either. I mean, this is why they hurt you. This is how they hurt you.
And that is the end of the third quarter. A big pass play goes awry as it's 21-14. St. Thomas Aquinas leading Mill Valley. Winner goes to the state championship game in Pittsburgh next Saturday. The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. As you take a look at your Hy-Vee scoring by quarters, it was 14-0 St. Thomas Aquinas, and then 14 unanswered by Mill Valley. And then that Tom Downey 65-yard touchdown run, the difference in this ball game. 21-14, everybody's bundled up. And temperatures in the low 30s here in Johnson County. We're at Overland Park. We're at St. Thomas Aquinas High School. And we are ready for the fourth quarter. Winner goes to the state championship game. The loser, your season going to end tonight. Third down and 24.
Deep shots available.
And they're going to go deep down the field for Tank Young. 3 guys in coverage. Tank's wanting a flag. And no flag is coming out of the back pocket of the officials. It'll be fourth down.
said there were deep shots available because it was a one-high coverage. There was a post safety who dropped back to the middle field, which means you can throw at the alleys down the sideline. Aquinas saw it. Anderson put it out there. And there's some physicality there in the coverage. Just couldn't come down with it. Blake Martin was in there doing what he had to do. You know.
Jack McGuire,
no matter what.
Gray. There were 3 guys down the field as the punt is taken in.
The Jaguars will take it.
And
they'll take that.
They will take the short punt, and Trey Wooster with the fair catch at the 30-yard line. So good field position, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line now for the team down by 7 here in the 4th quarter.
So it's money time now for the Jaguars. We're going to see some of their best plays here, okay? You know, this is the time to tie the game. You're down 7, 4th quarter, state title shot on the line here. We're going to see some of their best plays now. I'm very intrigued to see what they dial up.
Tyler Green is the running back behind the quarterback.
Ooh. See the corner at the top of the screen, pushed up in the press coverage.
Here's Tyler Green. And Tyler Green, a nice gain on 1st down. Nearly enough for the 1st down to leave him 2nd down and short.
Now, we haven't called Green's name a lot tonight. I wonder if he's going to start getting a little work. Good patience, good elusiveness, running hard, finishing his runs. This is a kid who's had a really nice season, right? 1,000 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. Wittenauer's carried a lot of the mail. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jaguars kind of get to what they do best, which is running some plays that are designed to feature their tackles. Heck, 75, and Kelly, 76. That means running to the edge, obviously.
2nd down and 1. Play action. They look deep down the middle and incomplete. This time, Ty Reiches.
So it looks like the refs are going to let him play. So that could be a good and a bad thing, right? That could be a good and a bad thing. You got to know that. I like the call on 2nd down. 2nd is short. The play action shot is there. But just a little. I'll tell you one thing, though. They throw the flag on that. The Aquinas sideline would have erupted after what happened on the previous drive. So call it even. Keep it moving.
Come up empty on the post pattern. Now facing 3rd down and 1. Here's Green. And Green, showing good balance, gets the 1st down.
Penny almost made the play, but Green is just so physical. That's just tough. That's tough to bring the kid down one-on-one. Love the down blocks. Double team. Splits it. Nice job by Penny. But, again, Green's just so difficult to bring down in a one-on-one situation.
Yes, here it is again. Here it is again. Even. Ah,
Marsh,
come on.
quick pass. The sideline is caught by Hartman, run out near midfield, gain of about 7 yards on the 1st down pass.
Yeah. And those little stick routes and those quick routes have been there for the Jaguars. Again, you're going to have those when corners are lining 6-7 yards off the line of scrimmage. So until Aquinas decides to start getting up more consistently, they'll concede those. And now you're starting to see them, though. You see at the bottom of the screen. Press bell here.
2nd down and short. Green, the 1st down and more inside the 35-yard line.
Okay. So here we go now. Green starting to impose his will a little bit, so is that offensive line. There's some downhill runs. I love the power, the pull. Nice job by number 75, Sammy Hecht. Clearing his man out of the way and clearing some space for Tyler Green. I want to see that again. I like that. I like this offensive line. They really compete to the whistle. That's a winning formula for the Jaguars.
That's one of their big strengths, their O-line and D-line. Pump fake by Marsh. And now we'll throw to the sideline, incomplete. Flag back in the backfield, and could be a holding penalty coming up here on Mill Valley.
Yeah. Mike McNamara, in the meantime, got in his little shot at the end of the play, playing to the whistle. That's good. And this penalty is going to hurt you here. Going to be interesting to see the defensive coverage that the Saints play here. Are they going to line up in off coverage again? Or? I don't know, because if they do, that's going to present some run and catch opportunities.
Yeah.
It is 1st and a mile.
All the way back to the 38 on the Mill Valley side. It'll be a 1st and 29. Play action by Marsh. Left-hander throwing down the field. Has a man. Oh, it's broken up at the last second. Nice play by Will Gavin, who knocked it away. There is a flag back in the secondary this time. So hold the phone. Will it be a defensive penalty and a 1st down for Mill Valley on 1st and 29 as Mike Harmon works it over with his crew? Again, this is his final game. We wish him all the best in retirement. 37 years as an official.
A lot of dedicated service. Respect.
Holding on the defense this time.
See if we can find it. Play action. Just flips it up there. Yeah. You can, yeah, I mean, there's a pronounced jersey grab there from Will Gavin. It's pronounced on Kendrick Jones. So.
Well, it'll be a 1st down and 19 now.
It's still a long way to go here. Just a little bit better.
Play action, quick pass.
RPO.
They go to Kendrick Jones, the sophomore. Short catch and run.
Bobby Pierce on that tackle.
Pierce made the stop, the Eagle linebacker. He got about 5 yards. Also there was Will Gavin. Now it's 2nd down and still 14. Marred by penalties on both sides. Green.
Oh, the juice!
Tyler Green. Down near the 10-yard line. What a run by T. Green, the senior tailback, one of the big leaders on this team. 1st and goal now for the Jaguars.
I love the way Green plants his foot in the ground and boom, right upfield, through the hole. And that's how you become a productive running back on the high school level and put your team in position to tie this game.
37 yards between the hashes. And now here's Tyler Green again inside the 5 and falling forward. Let's see where his forward progress will be. They'll probably spot him near the 3-yard line. And this offensive line is starting to
and that's the thing that was really
assert their will.
That was a gigantic crease. That was wow. The big old line is starting to get its job done now.
2nd and goal from the 3. The quarterback keeping it, and he's blown up. Bobby Pierce there. As he was not fooled at all.
No, Bobby Pierce does a really nice job attacking downhill on this play.
Well, this is going to leave them 3rd down from the 5 as fans into it tonight. Winner goes to the state championship.
3rd and 5. There's the money down. No play actions. Straight throw.
Pass is broken up. And guess who's there? Terrence Collins, who's playing with that big club. He broke his right ring finger last week in the win over Blue Valley Southwest and was adamant about playing all week and makes a big play on 3rd down and goal from the 5.
That's a really nice job by Collins. The second anticipation, physicality. Nice job defending Hartman, and Blue Valley's going to take the points.
And Tennant drives it through for 3. And makes it a 21-17 ball game. But Terrence Collins, look at that.
It looked like it hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, it might have. He's playing in pain. As And he was adamant about playing, though. When I talked to him at practice on Tuesday, he said, I'm playing.
He's doing it for his teammates and friends, you know. The senior, big game. They need him. Kudos, young man.
Let's give you an update on the western side of the bracket in Class 5A. And that is a... Hope you took the under game or over game because the under is blown up. 52-42 in the third quarter. We still got another. Man,
yeah, not a whole lot of defense being played.
Where is the defense
to the west of us right now? They're just out there playing, pitching and catching and running and scoring.
Well, Tennant just connected on his 11th field goal of the year, so he is a high-quality kicker, and he's going to send this one down the field. It'll be Tank Young from the goal line on the return.
Young, speed!
Kicker's got to get him. He did not.
See ya!
Good night. He took it right at the goal line. They're saying 99 here in the press box. Tank Young does it again.
Way out of sight.
Yards on the return by Tank Young.
Now they're saying he is stepped out of bounds at the 15-yard line. How in the world did you... And Tank Young looks upset.
He's upset. I get it.
Can we get a shot maybe of that? Because he's thinking, I just got a 99-yard. Let's see what he catches. That's going to be 100 if it goes. But now they're saying only 85 here.
Tremendous blocking. And then it's just a foot race.
Now look at the 15-yard line. Does he step out of bounds? Nope. Running play by the quarterback, and they're going to lose about a yard and a half. Now look at the 15-yard line. There's the 20 right there. Yeah, he just lost his balance there, so good call by the officials.
Well, I can tell you this. Mill Valley feels like it's got a second life here. You can make a play here.
You dodged one there.
You definitely dodged a bullet. There's a one player that you couldn't let kill you, just killed you, but you got brought back to life here. So, you know, they're gonna do everything they can to take advantage of this opportunity.
Say the last play, no gain, second down and 10 from the 15.
Young was irate coming off the field. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get the ball here. He's a finisher.
And they pitch it out to Tank. Tank to the edge, Tank to the end zone, touchdown.
That's what I said. Listen, Randy Dreiling has so much faith and confidence in Tank Young. He called him a football guy, which is high praise coming from a hard-nosed coach like Dreiling, which tells me he trusts him. So it was only a matter of time he was going to get the football again. He knows how competitive the kid is. He wanted to let him finish the drive. And Mill Valley got a break, but Tank Young just made sure what he thought should have happened in the first place happened. What a player.
Weinrich, extra point, just inside the upright. It is good, 28-17. Home team, defending state champs, winners of 22 in a row. And the reason why is number 28. He might be mad at himself for stepping out of bounds there accidentally. I mean, you saw him kind of just lose his balance there on the sidelines. He didn't have a guy running him out. He just... Let's go back to the kickoff return. Tank from the goal line.
Nice catch, first of all. Tremendous blocking. Wish I could see who that was who cleared the way, but then it just becomes a foot race. And he's not going to lose any of those in this state, okay? So, listen, I'm sure there's faster backs out there, but in the Kansas City area, no one's going to catch up with him. And then, Tank, tremendous patience, good blocking, finishes the job.
Downey, a block on the edge.
That's right.
And you had the call. Wanted to let Tank finish that off as he was frustrated. He's got 32 rushing. And he's also got a receiving touchdown. Tank's explaining the situation there as the kick is away, and it'll be a touchback.
Now,
Tank also has 3 receiving touchdowns, so put him at 35 on the year.
like I said, I'm sure there's faster backs in America, you know. Don't know what his time speed is, but what I can tell you is that he is a football player. And he's explosive, and he's elusive. And I'm telling you this now, Matt Campbell knows a good running back when he sees one.
Iowa State has offered.
So with Iowa State offering, that's a pretty good sign that he's a pretty good back, because they don't offer guys who can't play.
From the 20, 1st and 10. Looks like a Whitnauer drive now. Not much doing there. Matt Campbell is a young coach, and I tell you, these high school players are drawn to him. Watch his press conferences. He has that appeal.
He's also recruiting the state of Kansas pretty hard now.
Yep.
This past cycle, he pulled Breece Hall from Wichita. Breece Hall is a heck of a football player. True freshman. He's already started running back. So you're seeing, if he offered Tank, he sees something special.
2nd down and 8. Marsh throwing. Short pass is caught. Catch and run for the 1st down. Nice play by Zach Mills.
Effort.
As he went down low to make the catch, broke a tackle and got a 1st down.
Bobby Pierce.
As he's out near the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you something. You don't see a whole lot of loafing on the Aquinas. The players in blue ain't loafing to the ball, okay?
18-yard catch and run. Here's Whitnauer.
Again.
With the carry.
Pierce makes the tackle, and it's a gain of about 4, 2nd down and 6. Mill Valley, do they have enough time?
They got enough time, but they need to score pretty quickly here, right? Because we know Aquinas can grind it out, so they got to get a big play here pretty soon. Yep.
March the pass, and it's Kendrick Jones, 2 hands on the ball, and then taken down by Gavin as he'll get forward progress to the 45-yard line. And that's another 1st down for the Jags.
Aquinas will concede these little hitches. They'll play the off coverage. They'll concede these hitches. Why? Because time's been run off the clock. They'll play a little bit of bend but don't break here.
RPO time. Deep pass down the field.
Got it!
The man. And that is the tight end, Jared Napoli. 1st and goal, Mill Valley.
They found something with Cooper Marsh and Jared Napoli. Napoli's not a big kid, 5'11", 183, but what he is sure-handed. And he shows a nice ability to track the football. That is a great play. By the way, okay, he caught that in front of a 6'5" kid, Isaiah Gavin.
38 yards, 1st and goal from the 7 for the Jaguars. Whitnauer. And Caden Reeves made the first contact.
There's that man again, big number 99. And you can see the scuffs on his helmet. And number 99 is putting his head in there now. Like, whenever you start seeing the miscolored helmets, you are hitting some people, okay? you putting in a little bit of work up front.
No gain, 2nd down and goal from the 7.
Down block.
Quarterback keeps it on the read.
Nice job.
Touchdown, Cooper Marsh. Touchdown, Mill Valley.
Excellent down block on Caden Reeves. Excellent read of the play by Cooper Marsh. And look at the clock. There's 5 minutes left. This game's not over. It's not over yet. They just need to stop defensively.
2nd rushing touchdown of the night by Marsh. And his 6th of the season. And looks like they want to go for a 2-point conversion.
With this. And get this, you got a great kicker in Tennant, but the game is, there's only 5 minutes left now. So if you can get a stop, you can tie it with a field goal. I'm with it. They got a little momentum too.
Tyler Green in the backfield to the right of the quarterback. 2-point conversion try.
Whoa.
Throws to the back. And the big tight end makes a leaping grab in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's Jared Napoli. who had that big catch of 38 yards that set up the touchdown. Hold the phone, folks. This ball game far from over. It's a 3-point lead with under 5 to play. And Mill Valley right back in it.
Jaguars showing the heart of a champion. And I'm loving Jared Napoli's Pat Fryermuth impression. Sure-handed, making plays, making things happen.
How about the catch that set it up on the post pattern?
This is fantastic. Now, nice fake. Nice throw. Puts it right up there. He's got to step on his man, and he tracks it well. That's easier said than done now. Tracks it well, hauls it on in. And then right here, see it again. Heaves it down the middle. That is a huge, huge play for the Jaguars.
Only a sophomore is Napoli.
That's right. So we're going to be seeing Martian Napoli more down. I love the pull. Did you see the pull around the side by Kyle Kelly, the senior?
Headed to Arkansas State.
That's right. So can never go wrong betting on your best kids in big moments. And a nice throw by Cooper Marsh.
From the 1-yard line, Tank Young.
Tank Young.
A big gang tackle as he crosses the 20 near the 23-yard line.
So, look, if you're Mill Valley, it can't be 28. You got 3 timeouts left, great, but like it can't be. Whoever gets this first down, it can't be 2-8. Okay, like you can't go down with 2-8 getting it.
But if you're the other side, you're going to go 2-8 here. He's your best player.
You might show it to him, but if you know that that's coming, you're going to have some other options here. Downey, Barnett.
Well, they gave it to Tank. A little slow to get up there after a gain of about 3 yards.
And
so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
It's going to be
coming to the sidelines that time. I'm going to make sure on the play call.
I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those little tosses to Downey or Barnett. That stuff's been open for them because there's just so much attention paid.
Got him a 65-yard touchdown. Pass to Gavin, using the big stiff arm there. And he's a big guy. Gavin's 6'5", $175.
Oh, yeah.
He's hard to tackle as he runs for the first down after the catch.
He's got a big yards per catch average, man. 19 yards.
He old schooled it with a stiff arm there. You don't see guys stiff arm as much anymore.
It's not something you see a ton. That's just a nice play.
There it is right there. And Blake Martin able to still make the tackle, but he had to deal with that stiff arm first and the wide wingspan from the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Anderson and the Saints, trying to run clock, trying to go to Pittsburgh for another state championship game, and they clog up Tank Young in the middle. So those big guys, Kramer and Sanders and Jagan there as well.
The Saints, it's not for lack of trying. The Saints are hitting. The tight end, Tommy Carroll, they'll hit you now. Carroll.
That was Jagan kind of stopped the forward momentum there. Just kind of threw his body in the way. 2nd down and 8. Play action. Anderson down the field as the man on the sidelines with the catch. Nice play by Finn Barnett for another Saints first down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Kevin. You got to give so much attention to Tank. I mean, this stuff is there if you can just execute.
Clotter took a swipe, couldn't get it, and then Finn gives the Finn sign after the catch. And that's a first down to the 45. There it is.
There it is.
Finn with the Finn sign.
Oh, the toss.
Here's Tank Young. Look. Jagan coming up and making a nice play.
Wow. Colton Jagan. The pursuit to the football was fantastic on that play. You very rarely see Tank Young get tackled like that. But watch at the angle. Does a nice job sifting through the trash, launching himself through the back. That's a heck of a job.
Limits the play to a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. When do you start burning your timeouts? You have 3 in your back pocket if you're Mill Valley.
You do. You do. We're getting pretty close to that time here.
Pitch it out.
Speed option.
Young.
Oh, the spin. Nice
But he
pursuit.
can't get away.
Wow.
Christopher makes the stop. Tank Young, again, a little slow to get up. And let's see, is there a flag down? There were some extracurriculars down the field, and Mike Harmon has thrown his flag, and let's hear the call. This could be a big penalty call.
Both sidelines waiting with bated breath. Oh.
On Mill Valley.
Oh, just a brutal time. They had Aquinas in 3rd and 10.
Well, it was further down the field. We might not have it in our shot. We saw some extracurriculars or just after the play.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that's Grant Frost kind of just throwing a player away, and maybe that's what they called. 15 yards on Mill Valley, 1st and 10 from the 29. Tank Young. Nothing doing. He is stopped after a minimal gain, if any, on this play. Now we'll get a Mill Valley timeout.
Sanders on the tackle. Timeout, Mill Valley.
Now their back's definitely up against the wall here. You know, you're going to have to get a couple stops, and you're going to lose your timeouts. So not ideal.
Coming up next week on our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, we head south to Emporia for the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, and it's the 2019 Class 6A State Football Championship from Welsh Stadium at Emporia State University. Olathe North most likely gonna take on the defending state champs of Derby. As you see, Olathe North beating EKL's own Blue Valley 28-7. So Arlen Bruce gonna take on the defending state champs, and a lot of green in Derby in Emporia. As I'm told by one coach, this is the best Derby team they've ever had, and they've had a lot of good ones down there. As you take a look at the west side of the 5A bracket in that high-scoring game, Northwest continues to lead. Here's Barnett, and he is stopped after a gain of a couple. And now we'll see the second Mill Valley timeout.
Worcester on the tackle.
Shaken up a little bit is Finn Barnett. We did not see the Finn signal after that one.
I like the Finn signal. The Jaguars are definitely flowing to the ball hard here. Oh, great discipline.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. And they're all just, there are a lot of white jerseys around the ball in the run game now.
That was Jagan coming over, and he delivered
Jagan's a football player, okay?
That was the blow that really sent, I think, Barnett slow to get up.
Listen, Jagan's playing with an attitude this half. There have been numerous hard hits, and he is responding. And kudos to you, young man.
Well, here's your ball game. 3rd down and 7.
That's right. Remember how I said at the end of the half we'll see a great play here from Mill Valley? I think we might see a good one here.
They need a stop on 3rd down and 7, trying to draw them off.
You give it to Tank.
And now we'll get a St. Thomas Aquinas timeout. You saw him try to get the hard count. Defensive line didn't budge, and now, yeah, you got to go 28.
You got to go 28?
Tell them to stay in bounds. Make them use that last timeout. We've seen Mill Valley move quickly down the field. That left-hander can get him down the field, passing. The kicker for the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas is a sophomore named Charlie Weinrich. He's only tried 3 field goals, and the longest he hit was between 30 and 39. They're not in that range yet. So they're not in field goal range, and I don't know if they'd let a young kicker try a field goal, Coach Driley. I'd say he'd probably go for it.
Knowing Driley,
rely on
he's
his
looking
defense.
at the score.
Yeah.
He's looking at the scoreboard. He sees 3rd and 7,
Yeah.
which means that his football team should be able to get 4 yards a carry. I'd be surprised if they don't go for it here. If they don't get this one. So
That's a good
let's
point.
see. Let's see. Here's what I do know. If you're Mill Valley, you can't let 2-8 do it.
Pitch it out. It is 2-8, and he's around the edge. Jagan rips him out of bounds. And let's see the spot. Wow, it's still going to be 4th down, and they're going to need a couple. As Jagan a little slow to get up. It's going to be 4th down. Let's call it a 1.5 yards, short 2.
So they made sure they took care of the quarterback. Number 6 lights him up. Tank's elusive, though. There's good blocking. Gavin, Jagan, napping. And here we go.
I said the last one was, there's your ball game. Well, this is the ball game, yeah.
This is it.
They get the 1st down, ball game over.
Oh, yeah.
Mill Valley must stop him. And now whistles, and we get a Saints timeout. And Tank was going to get it, and Coach Dreiling is not happy about something there. You saw him.
Well, the toss is there. That's their money play. That's their money play to Tank. So much so that it probably doesn't matter that Mill Valley saw it. So it's just like, okay, great. You saw it. You know it's coming. Guess what? We might run into the other side, whatever. But it's 2 yards. Stop 2-8. Good luck. If you can do it, you deserve it.
Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. See Drew Hudgens with the red beard there. He is their defensive coordinator talking to his guys. And 9th year, came over from Spring Hill, played at the University of Colorado. Young coach, works very hard. Well, the fans have been turning up the noise all night. I don't know how much voice they got left, but here it comes again.
You can see the quarterback Anderson talk to Tank Young right before the play.
4th down. And
did he get it?
Young, on the spot. It looks short from our side angle view. Mill Valley might have stopped him here. Mill Valley's celebrating like they've stopped him. We'll wait and see where the ball is spotted. Still got a lot to sort out.
Tommy Carroll, number 36 for the Saints, blocks with a lot of attitude, Kevin.
Yes, they don't even bring the chains out. It'll be Mill Valley ball now with 1:49 to go and 1 timeout.
I'm just so impressed with this Mill Valley front because these guys block so hard. But that's a heck of a play. Jagan's in there, the front. Justin Sanders.
4th down and 2, the best back in the city, and Mill Valley stops them.
Oh, the stoutness by Justin Sanders. Huge play. Wow.
5'8", 279,
My
clogging it up.
kid.
We'll take
fire
over
hydrant
at the 20-yard line.
Justin, the fire hydrant Sanders, has given his team life.
Empty set for the left-handed quarterback. Quarterback draw. And he'll only gain about 3 yards on the play. Nice play there by number 99 again.
Now, there's 1 minute, 40 seconds left, and it's time to remember here, Tennant's got a great leg, the junior. Had a long this year.
That would
45.
tie it, though.
That would tie it. So, worst case scenario, they just got to get it down there in that range. They'll have a shot to tie it.
2nd down and 7. Marsh throwing middle, has his man. That is Isis, and he took a hard hit by Collins, and they've thrown a flag for a
Collins laid the wood, but he's going to pay for it.
Conduct hit to the head there on Righteous.
This has been one of the most hardest hitting high school football games I've seen.
So the ball is out near the 45 after a 23-yard pickup. It could end up being a 38-yard pickup with a tack-on 15-yard penalty on the hit by Collins. Mike Harmon's thinking, this is my last game ever of high school football. I've had to work. I've had to earn it tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. If you're Mill Valley, you're probably paying attention to Collins' body language. He's really beating himself up right now.
Well, talk to him. Get him back on track. We need him here. We still got just over a minute left.
Well, if you're Mill Valley, you're trying to throw that way now. You know,
you say pick on him then.
I mean, you're looking at everything. This is a season now.
So 15-yard penalty, 38 yards right at the end here. This hit by number 2, Collins. He's got a broken hand, and then, that's head-to-head.
Ferocious. Ooh. You hate to see that. He's trying to play hard to the whistle.
That is the crown of his helmet on the jaw of Righteous.
Yeah, you hate to see it though.
So from the 37, 1st and 10. They're going to run it with Green. He's got
Tyler.
Room around the corner. Brooks finally wrapped him up. But it's another 1st down run. Mill Valley, they don't want no stinking time field goal. They want to win this game.
Oh, yeah, and they got the power going. You got big men pulling. And you got 21 going downhill. You got big men pulling again.
And here's Green and Bobby Pierce with a nice open field stop at the 24, gain of 1.
I've been so impressed with Pierce. Good, hard football. Plays hard, packs a little punch, tacks downhill.
2nd down and 9. Marsh throwing, finding Jones. Jones taken down near the 16-yard line. Let's see if they burn that final timeout. Clock working down.
Aquinas will concede that.
It's going to be 3rd down and short. They'll give it to Tyler Green.
Green's running hard.
He's got the 1st down, and that will stop the clock to move the chains. And now we're down to 11 seconds with 1 timeout.
Yeah, and Siavi.
Carries for Mill Valley 1st down.
Siavi, well now, here we go. 1st and 10. They'll start the clock, and now they'll spike it.
All right.
7 seconds.
So this is it.
Now you want to kick it, or do you want to take a shot here?
Look, Aquinas is a dangerous football team. If you got a play that you believe in, that you set up tonight, that you can get into the hands.
Still have a timeout.
You still have a timeout. If you got a play that you trust with Cooper Marsh, maybe the tight end Napoli, something, play action, something that you've dialed up, that you've been setting up, I wouldn't hate it. A little play action roll out to Napoli in the back corner, or something. But I think you take a shot. I think you got to take a shot here. Put these guys away. This is an undefeated football team and you're on the road.
Green going in motion. Throwing to the back of the end zone. Nobody there.
Okay.
And that was, if it's not there, get rid of it. Zach Mills was about 8 yards away from that pass.
And I'm going to tell you one thing. Terrence Collins was all the way invested on that play.
Here comes the field goal.
He was fired up.
Here comes Chris Tennant. He's already had a field goal earlier.
He had
Collins, he had the cover there.
Over it. He was all over it. So the biggest kick of Chris Tennant's high school career.
30 yards to send it to overtime. And it is up. And
he got it!
We are going to overtime as the clock has gone to 0. And we got a flag down as well here. So now they're sorting it out. This is going to be probably on the Saints, and the ball game will not end here. Hold on now.
Yeah, Mill Valley's reacting like it's a Saints penalty. Yeah, you don't take points off the board.
Yeah, we're going to go to overtime as they're going to.
That's right.
Decline the penalty most likely.
Chris Tennant, kudos, young man. Ton of pressure. Oh, man.
Didn't get all of that one either.
Corden Harris.
Did it get tipped or just a mishit there? It didn't have much on it. You saw it just barely creep over the bar.
The All-State defensive back for Saints almost made the play. Wow. You take a
Officials
deep breath
still
there,
talking about the flag. Flag is at the 21-yard line. Was the kicker roughed? I didn't see. Coach Appleby waiting for the explanation. His father was a former high school official. So he's got more sympathy for he's taking some time here. And so he's happy with the explanation. Personal foul on the Saints. Kick is good. Saying, pointing to the kickoff. Are they going to put more time on the clock here? Because the clock ran out.
Yeah. I think
so the holder was the player that got the roughing up, and
wow, what a game.
Well, we're going to overtime. And if you're not familiar with high school overtime, thank God it's not like the NFL overtime.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Each team will have the ball at the 25. You go from there.
That's right.
And Coach Appleby's still talking to Mike Harmon about what's going on with this. Trying to get some advantage out of that penalty, but looks like he's just going to take it to overtime. We're going to have a coin flip right there at the 50-yard line with the captains. See who wants to play defense. Usually when you win the coin toss, you want to play defense so you know what you got to get.
So we've officially entered kind of like epic territory here. I guarantee you these kids are never going to forget this game. This has been one 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line. Anytime they talk to their high school buddies that are on these teams that they play football with, whether you win or lose, you're going to talk about the semifinal game, 5A.
You know who that is talking to Joel Appleby? That's Greg Oder. Won 3 state titles at Blue Springs South.
That's right.
He retired from Missouri. He's in Kansas.
That's right.
And that's a good guy to have on your sidelines.
You got that right.
In an overtime.
Greg Oder's a heck of a coach.
And now here come the captains out for the coin toss for overtime. Traditional move is to go on the defense first. As you see Peyton Reeves out there. That's Caden Reeves' injured older brother. Let's go down on the field for this coin toss.
This time you're going to go offense, defense, or choose the end of the goal. That's your 3 options, okay? Visitors, Mill Valley. That's the heads, that's the tails, okay? And if you call him, ask you what he said, all right? You're going to make the call? Yeah. All right, here we go. It is a tails. Offense, defense, or choose the goal. Don't play defense, okay? Which goal do you want to play offense for?
Mill Valley won it, and they want to play defense.
Okay. Put your backs down here, white. Put your backs down here, blue.
When the other team has a weapon like Tank Young, you need to know what you're working with.
So they will have the wind at their back. Right. It's very slight, if any. How about the crowds tonight on both the home and visiting side? Boy, that Mill Valley crowd was here early.
They were ready to go an hour before the game, man.
Got some tailgating with the St. Thomas Aquinas folks before they filled in their bleachers, but
they have. They're supporting their kids.
Mick Schaefer's, how's his stomach doing right now?
He's a proud dad, right?
You're a sportscaster, Mick.
He is living and dying with
You've seen drama like this before. Yeah, there's a little bit more on the line for Mick tonight.
That's right.
With the son out there playing on the Mill Valley football team.
That's right.
And he lives right by the school.
Yep.
He drives by the school every day. So the ball will be at the 10-yard line. I think I said the 25. I beg your pardon. High school's 10, yes.
Okay.
College is 25. From the 10, you got 4 downs.
Toss.
Tank Young.
Oh, he's making, the effort by the hydrant, Justin Sanders.
The big guy, that's a nose guard flying out there making a stop on Tank Young.
Fantastic effort by the hydrant, making plays here. Look at Sanders in the middle of the defense, refuses to get reach, runs to the ball. Oh, and he packs a punch there too. And look at all the white jerseys flying in. You think the Jaguars aren't in this game? You think they're not ready? They want it. They want this.
They lost a yard on that Tank Young run, so it'll be second down from the 11. Back to throw. Anderson throwing to the end zone. The ball broken up, nearly intercepted.
Wow.
Nice play by Pete Jansen on the coverage for Mill Valley.
You got to throw it up top to your 6'5" guy. And that's great coverage by Pete Jansen. And hey, man, Grant Frost almost made a huge play.
That ball almost rebounded into an interception as they were trying to throw to Gavin.
That would have been huge.
Well,
here we go, 3rd and 11. Saints are in a battle.
Overtime 1, 3rd down, big play from the 11. Anderson. He's going to take off, and Nappin will bring him down.
Hey,
they're going to have to try the field goal.
I'm going to call out something here. Kudos to Colton Jagan, who saw Tank Young on the wheel route, diagnosed it quickly, covered it. No chance. Watch, you're going to see it right here. Young flows out. Jagan is all over it. Huge play there. Nappin cleans it up. Tremendous job by the Jaguars. Great execution, great coaching.
27-yard attempt by Weinrich. And he knocks it in.
Clutch
so
kick.
Mill Valley can win it with a touchdown. I got so many overtimes in my head. You got the college, you got the NFL, you got the Missouri. So
all of us in the same boat, Ken.
I think Missouri does theirs from the 25.
That's all right. It's all different.
Kansas from the 10.
You need to score hard to keep up with it. Here's what I do know. Weinrich has kicked 3 field goals all year. That is his fourth.
That's a big one.
And for him to make that, it's a huge deal. Nice job by that kid, Charlie Weinrich.
So it's a 26-yard field goal. And overtime, number 1, part 2. Now Mill Valley's turn from the 10.
Mill Valley's fired up, too. Let me tell you something. 21, Tyler Green looks like he's getting a football. I mean, he's jumping around and pumping his fists. He looks like a kid who's about to get the ball. Yep.
Green up the middle. Green with the second
so hard.
And he got 4 down to the 6-yard line.
Okay. So if you're the Saints, you got to match this intensity now. Oh, man. 76, Kyle Kelly doing a little bit of work here. They've got Green, they got the tight end Napoli. There's some options.
Green again on the cutback.
He got it!
Touchdown, Mill Valley. They're going to Pittsburgh.
The big fella.
They upset the defending state champs in overtime. 34-31. Let the celebration begin for the Jaguars.
And undefeated is no more as the Jaguars show a ton of heart. Fell down by 14 early, fought back. We're down late in the 4th quarter, fought back to tie. Big field goal from Tennant, and the big running back Tyler Green sends him to state.
6 yards out. The senior, the kid they call the Tim Tebow of the team, the leader, the transfer from Lansing, comes in and has 2 tough runs and takes his team to the state championship as they will go for their 3rd state championship. They won in 2015 and then 2016, and now they will try in 2019.
Let's take a look at that touchdown. The game winner. This is easy. Zone read. You got 76, the big kid rolling, moving downhill, and Green just runs so hard. He just runs so hard. He's so hard to tackle when he gets moving downfield. Look at this. Good blocking up front. Good push by Mason Scott. Good leg drive by the Tim Tebow of the Mill Valley Jaguars to send them to state. And we'll see it again. 61. My kid Kramer gets the job done.
Kramer can play offensive line. He can play defensive line. Tyler Green, his 14th touchdown of the year. An overtime win and an upset for number 8, Mill Valley, over previously number 1 and undefeated and the defending state champs of St. Thomas Aquinas on their field. 34-31 in overtime. And the Hy-Vee post-game wrap-up is coming up next. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Spectrum Sports.
Hold again.
See St. Thomas Aquinas Saints.
So you think this one doesn't mean that much to Mill Valley?
An overtime classic.
They got to have crowd control.
That's right.
And now the sub-state championship flag
As the
goes
trophy
to
going to now Mill Valley. Joel Appleby getting hugged, congratulated his team. As Therese said, they were down and out. As we see 80 points scored by Wichita Northwest. So it looks like Wichita Northwest will advance. Just over 4 to play in that ball game. They'll win the west side of the 5A bracket. But the East winner, Therese Paylor, was Mill Valley. And their fans are waiting to celebrate with them. But what a ball game. It had a lot of twists and turns, a lot of big plays. But Mill Valley, they got down, but they never gave up. And they're now 9-3. St. Thomas Aquinas, great year, finished 10-1. Here comes
That must be said. The Saints have nothing to be ashamed of. Great season. And they competed their tails off tonight. They really did.
Let the fans celebrate.
The Jaguars deserved to win. They made the plays when they had to have it. They displayed the heart of a champion, continuing to compete when they were down and out. And they beat a champion, okay? That's hard to do now.
On their field.
That's right.
And next Saturday, we are in Emporia for the 6A state championship as Olathe North and their rich tradition. The Eagles against the defending state champs of Derby and one of Derby's best teams all time. That'll be next Saturday at ESU Welsh Stadium, 1 o'clock on Spectrum Sports. What a ball game. As you always ask, did you get your money's worth? You got that and more tonight.
That's right.
Special thanks to the school's ADs, Gerald Van Reen of Mill Valley, Sarah Burgess of St. Thomas Aquinas, and thanks again, Sarah, for feeding our crew at the school there with Tequila Harry's. Great food. Thanks to our coaches, Joel Appleby and Randy Dreiling. Our producer has been Joe Novacek. For Therese Paylor and her entire Spectrum Sports broadcasting crew, this is Kevin White saying so long from St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Our final once again in one overtime. Mill Valley wins it 34-31 as we say goodnight from St. Thomas Aquinas in Overland Park.